Back again like we never left here with the series again, as we're not coming back on good terms, as your Angels here are struggling to start off our new year 3-7 to begin the new season here. That is not how you want to come back from defending a World Series championship. So hopefully today we are looking to get deeper into the season, build upon this record here, and start to see us kind of turn it around and get near the top of this division, which thankfully nobody's running away with here early. But make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe for your boy if you guys are enjoying the series, and let me know down below in the comments what you guys are feeling about this and what you guys are most excited for on the channel. Is it MLB? Is it Madden? Is it college football? What is your favorite series going currently right now? So as you can see, it wasn't a good start to the beginning of this the season through March, but now we're going to be looking to kind of get through April and maybe a little bit of May here, as we're going to go big jumps here in these episodes and a lot of fast-paced action. So to go along with this, I've also changed the importance here so we can get some more quick gameplay in about medium difficulty here at the 5th inning, or not difficulty but importance here at the 5th inning. Still player locking, it's around 7 innings, the earliest it can be. So that way we can get some more like quick games or just little tastes of games like here today here against the Brewers. We'll start off a series against them with Johan Duran on the mound. And you can see the offense here has been kind of slumping. You see we're bottom 5 in like every category, but the pitching top 10 in almost every category. So pretty much the same as what we were seeing last year, and that kind of formula won us a World Series. We just need the bats to pick it up just a little bit. Let's get near the middle of the roster, or middle of the pack here with the other teams, and we'll be okay. Now, of course, this is probably the closer I hate facing the most, as Duran hits that triple-digit four-seamer that just goes right past. Look at 103. What am I supposed to do with that? Especially starting off my day, and I got a rookie at the plate. Thankfully, he makes contact here with the 100 heat, but 3 straight balls over 100. It's about to be a long 9th inning here. As right after him, Henry Pierre comes up. He has the same 0-2 count, unfortunately. Gets the heater up by him, 101. And even the vet's not able to do anything. So Logan O'Hop, you're our last choice here, batting 229 on the year, and he will swing and miss at the upstairs heaters. You really just kind of have to swing and guess at those pitches, bro. It is not fun going up against him, and the Brewers are able to take away game 1 here of the series. So offense has been looking cold here to start the season, and has another cold performance here today. 6 hits, kind of spread out evenly as everybody only had 1. Henry goes 0 for it again today. And Carson Williams is our only source of offense, hitting that 2-run home run late to even make this one close. But Gilbert has a great start, 5 innings, 3 earned. We just got to get the bats to start to pick up here. And the next day out, kind of a similar thing, as Ben Joyce now is on the mound with runners at first and second. Game tied at 3, and we still only have 6 hits again, the same amount as last game. So we're able to push across one more run here as Henry tracks that one down on the run. I just don't know what kind of moves we need to make. We have the hitters. We have guys that have good hitting stats. They just haven't been putting up good hitting numbers. As Henry's having another cold start to the year. Trout has actually looked better than he did last year. Now, if we can ever get Henry and Trout to be on the same page, we might be dangerous like the Yankees in real life. Swing and a miss there at the circle change, though, over the middle of the plate. Ben Joyce coming through with his triple-digit hit of his own and circle change mix here as we go ahead and switch things up to the bats. We're going to bring Sal Frelick, who is having a day off, to come pitch run at second, and Nolan Schnell to come pinch hit. Now, they're playing out of position here, so we're also going to have to get some defensive substitutions in at first and third. That's what we're kind of bringing them in here for. But I wanted to get that speed there at second base, and we might not have needed it here. Line drive back up the middle. Throw's going to come into the plate. The pitcher will cut it off. Actually, we might have needed that speed. I mean, he did just kind of just slide in as the pitcher took it. So, base hit, though, by Nolan. That's going to be the go-ahead RBI that we need. And that's more offense that we need to, too. Just manufacturing runs. And, you know me, I'm not a big person to kind of bring people off the bench. But here today, it kind of helped us out there as we were able to get the one lone run that we needed. As Neto makes strong contact, but it's useless. We're going to bring in our closer, Jordan Romano. Set to go ahead and shut the door on this one. Was last year's second best closer of the year. I mean, was very close to coming back and taking it from the Boston Red Sox closer. I can't remember his name right now. But he did finish out the season strong. Finished out the postseason for a strong too as well. And starting off this year, pretty okay. Just want to make sure he's still earning that $10 million contract we gave to him. So that's a chopper on the ground. Neto grabs it. Throw goes over, and we got him. They're bringing in a pinch hitter of their own, Jackson Chirero, coming up here, 304 average on the year, former Silver Slugger Award winner. And he's now their last hope here, down by 1 run. Looking to see if they can get the long ball in here last second with that high power, high contact. So you see here, Jordan's pitching him carefully, not giving him anything to hit here. 2-2. Not going to chase the slider, but with a full count and a base free. We're going to go right back to it. Chopped on the ground to Jordan. He grabs it himself. Throw goes over to first. And that ties up the series back 1 game all. And that's how you do it, baby. Late inning heroics. Ben Joyce, great job filling that last rotation in. Getting those last 2 key outs that we needed. Romano shutting the door. And then Nolan, hero of the day with that base hit right back at the pitcher's head too. First pitch coming off the bench. He was not cold from seeing anything. Trout, 2 for 4 day here today. 2 doubles to go along with that. 8 hits total as a team here today. Is Roman Anthony actually has a 2 for day, 2 for 4. Gets his first double of the season. First RBI too as well. As Henry goes up to 11 RBIs. And then Tanner Hope, good start. 7 innings, 3 earned, 8 Ks. And those free agent signings at starting pitcher, all 3 of them have been looking pretty good. I'm not going to lie to you. If we can get the same kind of play from Reed Detmers here, we might be golden. So we end up losing the series against Milwaukee, coming into a series here with the Stros. We'll go ahead and simulate this game here. We do pick up the dub there, 4-3. Injury to Adrian Placina. He's going to miss 2 to 3 months now with a major injury down there at AAA. But we do win the next game out 7-5. So there goes the offense, picking it up here in the last 3, scoring 4 more runs in the last 3 games. 10 hits here today. Carson Williams does go over, but a couple multi-hit games there throughout the middle of the lineup. Trout hits another home run. Shaw, despite the average being low, continues to show more power as he gets another home run today. And Detmers finally puts together a solid start here. Hopefully we can get that ERA back under a sub-4. Next day out, 8 hits, 3 of them from Logan O'Hoppe. There he goes, building his way back up to a 300 average, batting 294 so far this season. Haven't seen him put together a year like this in quite some time. Looks like Sal hit a home run today. Logan got a home run and 2 RBIs today to go along with it. And then Jordan, good start there, trying to build that ERA down. Finally getting that under double digits, down near 7. So we're going to go into game 3 here against the division opponent, trying to sweep them here for our first sweep of the season. And I wanted to get into this game too as well to kind of look at some of our farm system. It said we had 8 guys in the top 100. I wanted to see who they were. So it is Dave Stewart at number 8, who's looking pretty strong at AAA. Tobias Logan's looks strong at the majors. Joe Mize, 39th on the MLB, second baseman, was kind of struggling. Tyrell Moyle, who's on a single A, is our 5th best prospect. Kelly Crucian, who could be making a move up here soon, who knows. Douglas Ellison, who's still down at AA and struggling, which is kind of surprising to see. And then our 2 closers that are the 1st and 2nd best closers in all of baseball, Alberto and Tyrell, are our top 2 guys. And obviously it's kind of hard to see their stats kind of beginning of the season, but both have looked pretty good. And I'll lead us here to a player log game. I wanted to focus on Matt Shaw. Struggling is an understatement, I think, with his performance so far this season. Batting 116, hasn't touched over 200, I think, yet all year. But he's been hitting for power. He's still showing the home runs, still showing a good glove, as he either has 1 error or no errors up to this point. So he's still showing a good glove at third base. So the defense is worth it. The bat just hasn't kind of picked up here, which is a shame. For an A potential, you would love to see the bat finally pick up. But there he goes, swinging with runners at 1st and 2nd. No movement. Coming up here in the top of the 4th, we're back, still up now, 2-1. So Ronaldo Lopez is still in the ball game for them. First pitch, swinging there as we chop that one past the second baseman. It's a base hit. Good timing on the 4-seamer, just no loft to that one, so no power this time around. But he'll lead us back to the top of the lineup here. That's why I need him to perform well too. I need him to actually hit good so we can cycle things back around to the top of the lineup. I like my 9-hitter to typically be batting, as well as my 1, 2, or 3 hitters, 200 to 300 or 270 to 300 average down there. And that's a really good lineup, because at that point, it doesn't matter what 6, 7, and 8 are doing. If 9 is hitting really well, you're rotating the lineup back over for 1 speed to go into work. And the clutchness of 2, 3, and 4 should lead you to a lot of wins here. You see, we've actually been hitting better this entire series. That's what's led to the sweep here, as we're up 7-1, top of the 7th. Mashaw coming up against Seth Johnson here, 1 for 3 on the day. Runner at second base, and that's a liner over the third baseman's head. Runner's going to go ahead and come all the way around. I can't say. I think that's Carson Williams as we go ahead and hightail it back over to first, sliding in ahead of the tag. That's an RBI base hit this time going around. Getting an RBI outside of a solo home run is great for the stat sheet, and so is a 2 for 4 days. This one gets chopped on the ground to second base. Throw goes over. They get him at first to stop the run scoring, but not before we go ahead and get everything that we need here today in the W, as that was an 8-1 victory here for your Angels, finally showing the offense. 2 games at 4 runs. Last game we dropped 7, and today we dropped 8 more, as Logan Gilbert has a great start behind it. Nolan Sneal gets another home run here in the day. 3 hits for Trout, 2 for Logan and Nolan. They're in the middle of the lineup. 4 RBIs for Nolan, as Henry does go with another offer. And then Matt Shaw's average, of course, jumping up to closer to 150. So we'll see how much higher it can go, as we're about to come into a series against the Mariners now, who have the top seed in the division, as we are just a game and a half behind them with the Rangers and Astros. So it's still kind of bunched up and tight here at the top, but I want to carry this winning streak here into Seattle and go ahead and come away with some of these victories here. We're starting to finally build up the offense a little bit and be able to compete with a team like this. Here in the bottom of the 8th, we have Tobias Logan coming up. Ball game tied 2-2. Runners at first and second. And we're going up against the reliever Matt Brash, who I have had in former series. He's got a great slider, great break on it, great velo on the four-seamer to build off of it, and the mix of the slider and slurve kind of keeps hitters kind of off balance and gives you multiple ways to strike guys out. But that's a slider upstairs going deep back to right field. At the wall, it is gone. 3-run home run for the rookie, and that's his first career MLB home run. I'm pretty sure I hit Henry's first one, and now I've hit Tobias's first as well. That's at least 2. I don't think I did it for Carson or Matt, but that's at least 2 rookies I've hit their first career MLB home runs in this series, and they just both happen to be 2 players that I actually drafted. The only 2 players that have been drafted and come straight to the majors have showed out and balled out. 3-run home run here gets us the lead that we need against Seattle, and that was a long ball over the wall. See, they're giving him the silent treatment in the dugout, of course. Why is there always so many flies? Y'all see all the moss in there? Do y'all just be that dirty when y'all play baseball? Like, can we get some electric fly swatters in that bit? Like, look, they still here after the game. We now dapping up after the post game, and they're still in there, as we're able to go ahead and get the victory here for us, winning this game 5-2. Zach Neto actually hits his second home run of the season, as he had the first 2 RBIs there in the second inning to even give us a chance to win this game. And Christian Javier, 7 innings, 2 earned. ERA is above 4, but he has been producing solid start after solid starts. So I'm still very much happy with what he's produced too as well. And that'll lead us here into game 2, as Henry now has a chance to walk things off. We're bottom of the 9th. They bring in their closer Ryan Hensley. So we're down 2-1. And we're trying to look to close this ball game out with maybe some late inning heroics like last game. Ooh. A little bit on top of that slider as he chops that one foul. 0-2. Swings and a miss at the triple digits upstairs. Another one. It seems like every closer in this game is able to hit triple digits except for Jordan Romano. Jordan Romano just has really good slider stuff that allows him to be able to get outs. But outside of that, it seems like every pitcher that we face throws a 100-mile-per-hour four-seamer. Mike Trout up next, 2-2. Swings and misses at the 100-mile-per-hour heat, high and in. Can't even do anything with that even if you make contact. And then Logan will hop here down 0-2. He'll just go ahead and swing through the 101. And the Mariners go ahead and take game 2 here away from us. So as you can see here, playing these like critical situation type of moments help you get through more gameplays. You be able to play a lot more games, get in here, see what kind of action you're facing, and see what troubles you might be dealing with. And I mean, honestly, today 5 hits. Offense once again being slow. Tanner has another great start. We're just not building the offense behind him here as we give up another 2-run performance. Just kind of slow down on those runs here as we go to game 3, losing 0-4. So once again, offense goes cold. Only 3 hits today in general. Nobody hitting back above 300s. Everybody's kind of struggling. A couple of guys batting still in the 100s even, as we go ahead and jump into things here against the Giants series, which we actually win. We end up winning that series 2-1, winning the first game 4-1, losing game 2 here, despite having a pretty good offensive performance. I mean, 8 hits. We just only strung together 3 runs. And then Logan Gilbert, 7 innings, 2 earned here. But Brock Burke kind of sold us there. Jordan Romano really sold us on a blown save. But Burke getting the loss there on that one. And we're going to kind of jump ahead here as we have a series against Texas, Colorado, Houston again, Texas again, and then Houston again. We're going to go ahead and jump forward past these series here to kind of see, just get a big jump and see what we can do with these. We end up winning all 3 series, including a series sweep and a 5-game winning streak heading into this Houston series as we beat Texas. Texas 4-3, 1-3, and then 4-1. You see, we're going 4-1 in each of those. We beat the Rockies there on their home turf, and then here with the series sweep, we have a 15-5 game here, getting 17 hits. Max somehow walks away 0 despite the hitting party here, but 5 RBIs for Henry as he hits 2 hits. Tobias, Nolan, and Roman Anthony all get 3 hits on the day. 3 RBIs for Victor Caratini. Home runs galore as Henry hits 2, Victor hits 2. Nolan and Sal both hit 1 apiece. No errors, and Jordan Wicks goes 8 innings, 1 earned. Yunieri Cano gives up 4, which is kind of concerning. But when we have that big of a lead, who cares? We're going to look past it. ERA is still below 4. And that's all I mainly care about. So we're going to get into the series here with the Astros to go ahead and finish out the rest of the month of April. So go ahead and actually fix that roster there for the AA team. We lose game 1 here, 2-7. 8 hits, just couldn't string them around as Roman Anthony is the sole run producer, getting a 2-run home run, and Tanner did get hurt in this game, only able to finish up an inning in the 3rd, but DJ Hers is mainly responsible for all the runs. And then at Cano, after giving up 4 runs, I definitely wanted to hop into a game like this where bases are juiced. We have a 1-0 lead, and I cannot have him giving up 4 more, and he's somehow already tired jumping into this ball game. So I'm having to go to the bullpen. Let's seeing that they struggle here. Really, I guess you could say it gets kind of, I mean, they're pretty much even, but yeah, they're pretty much even on both sides. So I'm just going to bring in the best arm I trust the most, which is Jose Hernandez. Despite the numbers for the year, I still trust Hernandez the most. But 6 pitches and he's already in yellow. He had to have still been tired from previous outings here. Right now, I need my free agency pickup to go ahead and be clutch, though. Alec Bohm at the plate, 1 out. A ground ball here would be perfect. And Cano does have that sinker here to try to get him to put that on the ground, the sinker and the circle change. Both to try to put this one in the dirt. 2-1. Chopped on the ground over the shot. This is exactly what we needed. Over to 2-for-1. Back over to first base. That is a 5-4-3 double play. And still down 2-1 here going to the bottom of the 9th. Matt Shaw coming up with a chance to be clutch. Finally hitting over 200. Batting .222. That 4-seam was right at the chest. He unfortunately gets underneath it to pop it back here. Swings and misses at the slider upstairs. And then Joe Jimenez comes right back, chopping this one on the ground over to second base. Flips over with the glove. Great play by the 4-6-3 double play. Just like that, Matt Shaw is not trying to be clutch today, but we do go back up to the top of the rotation here. As Sal tries to get down a bunt down the third base line. Foul. I like the idea there. Won us a lot of playoff games, but we're not going to win this one that way. He swings over top of that slider down low. Coming right back here, 1-2. Ooh, that's a slider upstairs. Line drive towards the gap. It's going to get down up against the wall off the base and die out there too. So that's going to be an easy extra base hit here. That's going to score the tying run across the plate. Sal's in there at second base now. And just like that, it's his 4th double of the year. Another RBI. And we can keep this. Carson, what are you doing up here at the 2 spot? I wish they would run by, like, you know, movement with you or just keep the lineup the same and kind of move people in. But when you simulate, if they have to adjust anybody, they're changing your lineup around. Because why is Carson Williams hitting at the 2? That's exactly why something like that just happened. Strikeout easily gone through. And Henry's hitting all the way down here at 5. As we actually simulate forward, they bring us back into a clutch situation here. Batting .469 with runners in scoring position, though. So the average might be low, but he is doing it with runners in scoring position at least. 226 on the year, 459 though with runners able to come around, and that'll come down just a little bit as he swings and misses through that Cam Boozer strikeout. Nolan Schnell will be up next. Runners at first and second. Tying run at second base. Winning run at first. Full count here as he pops that one up. I was sure he was not going to try to walk him, but that was way out of the zone. I should have just took the walk there. We could have had bases juiced and had the winning run at second, but instead we have now runners at first and second, and Victor Caratini has got to be the hero for us today. I thought about it too late to get somebody else in. I'm glad I did, as that ball's going to get down in the gap. That's going to be an extra base hit. Can we bring around the runner around third? He's coming into the plate. That is Carson Williams scoring. Actually, it's Mike Trout. I don't be knowing who be on base pass when they be bringing us into the game. I'll just try to read the speed. I could have sworn Carson Williams had that 79 speed, but I guess Mike Trout does too as well. As Victor Caratini becomes the hero of this ball game, getting that extra base hit against the wall and just enough speed. I mean, just enough by Mike Trout with them old legs to scoot his way from first to home on that double. And just like that, we take down the Astros there, and we're able to go and get the victory here today. Brock Burke coming away with the win. I'm seeing 12 hits across the board, including 3 for Trout, 2 for Logan, Tobias Logan, 2 for Sal up top, and Victor. Like, look at this lineup, though. This is kind of crazy to have Tobias the 3, Henry the 5. I mean, it worked to get 12 hits today, so I'm not going to pretty much complain there with that. So we end up finishing out the month of April, 19-15 record now. There's still technically one more day in April. Let's go ahead and simulate past this game here, up 4-3. And we end up losing that game 6-4. So we end up finishing out April at 19-16. We were not able to go to come up with this win despite having 12 hits. Just couldn't get it done. And pitching wise, I mean, we gave up 4 runs there for Jordan Wicks, so not a good start. But we have this series here against the Rays. So we're up here 3-0 here in the first game. We end up winning 3-1. Have the bases loaded here with no runs across at all. We end up winning 4-0. There in the second game, and then we go into game 3 here with Victor Gonzalez down at AAA getting hurt. Up 15-5 again is Henry looking for another 3 home run day, as the average might be down, but the power seems like it might be back. As we end up winning this game, 17 hits again, no offers this time around. It's 3 hits from Sal, Nolan, 2 hits from Tobias, Henry, Zach, and Matt. Home runs coming from Henry and Carson. Not as many home runs in this one, some more so runs getting driven in, as Henry has 7 RBIs today, and Tanner Hook goes 5 innings, gives up 5 earned, but he scored well enough to make that okay. And Tobias Logan here seeing some negative regression, despite actually having a pretty good start to the year, batting .252, splitting .324 and .338 when he's on base and slugging, .662 OPS. Has 16 RBIs, only 1 home run, so not really hitting for too much power. Does have 3 stolen bases though. And I'm pretty proud of what he's been able to put up so far this year. I don't think that's negative to drop down to 82, especially when somebody like Zach Neto has a worse start to the year and hasn't seen negative regression. But it is what it is. Tobias is even leading the team in hits right now with 38, with Nolan right behind him at 37. That's why also leading the team in at bats. Home runs, Henry's up to 9 already with 30 RBIs, killing it. And Mike Trout is at 6-19. So Henry is definitely being an RBI machine this year. I think that clutch definitely needs to see a boosted rating. Despite the .217 average, he has a .462 slugging, .248 on base. So if we get the average on base up, he could be an MVP candidate here. As we go ahead and slide over, I wanted to see what the ISO was looking like. .245 so far this year. Trout's at .236. 15.9 home runs per at bat though, as Trout's leading the way in WAR with a 1.5. If we look at just the splits, I just want to see if there were any noticeable gaps between hitting righties and lefties. All the different. Roman Anthony here is batting .341 against righties, so he's been doing pretty good off the bench, batting .322 now. 4 home runs, all of the 4 coming in his last 10 games. So his last 34 at bats with 11 RBIs. With his left split, he's also batting .278, so not doing too bad at all as he's on fire here. Trout's batting good against both. Looks like Logan's having a pretty tough time against lefties. Sal's having a tough time against lefties. Zach Neto's having a tough time against righties. Max is struggling against both. Victor, tough against lefties. Henry's actually kind of doing better against righties, but struggling against both. Tobias, struggling against lefties, doing good against righties. So this is good to kind of oh dang, Carson's doing terrible just all around. I'll have to look at some other improvements at shortstop. Pitching wise, Tanner has the most wins there of all of our starters with 5. Gilbert has the most innings pitched at 55 and a third, only striking out 47. Christian struck out 45 in 48 innings or 46 innings of work. Tanner's at 41 for 43 innings. And Reed's at 41 strikeouts for 38 innings of work. So he's kind of far behind in innings pitched, but the strikeout numbers are right up there with everybody else. ERAs are looking good for all of our starters except for Reed, but the whip is still looking good, below 1.5. Quality starts here, you see Logan and Tanner both have 6. Christian has 5, and then the other 2 have 3. Earned runs, coming via the home run here this year. 8 by Logan already, despite being our best pitcher, having a sub-3 ERA. The first time we've had that happen in series history, as both him and Christian have a 1 WAR. And K per 9s are looking good for both, 8.6 and 7.8. Just that walk per 9 there for Christian is looking kind of bad. Having that well above 2 is pretty bad, and so is DJ Hurts at 5. And then the FIP numbers here, we do have a lot of good guys here. Mainly our relievers, but Christian does have a very good FIP at 334, which is great to see. And Romano here, 11 saves so far to start the year with only 2 blown. We'll take that with a 2.3 ERA and a 102 whip. So looks like the pitching staff is back to being its normal self, and the bats are starting to slowly pick themselves up. We're now no longer in the bottom 5. We're 22nd here in batting average. If you look at where we are for runs, we're actually sitting at 18th, so looking more about middle of the pack. And when we were middle of the pack, that team was winning a World Series and running back through this AL West division. You see we're tied for 13th there in home runs, which is great to see. As we come over and look, we want to also check on the fielding, see how that has been. So get fielding percentage over errors. So we're not in the bottom 3rd, not even in the middle 3rd. We're actually top 10, top 5. Okay. 5th best defense has to be the best defense we've had in the whole series. We have never been this high, even early in the season. We're actually number 5 in error fielding percentage, 7th in ERA. If we can keep that up and if we keep the bats increasing and maybe get into the top 15, top 10 in some of those categories. I mean, we already have we're tied for the 7th best record here in the league at a 22-16 record now after the sweep of the Rays. 8-2 in our last 10, and this team could be going pretty far. So next time out, we'll kind of get through, basically possibly try to get all the way up to the draft, and if not, be drafting next episode or get right up to it, and then draft and do All-Star Weekend in the next one and kind of get towards September call-ups. So like I said, season will be quick, maybe like 3 or 4 more episodes max before we get to the postseason. But let me know if you guys like the speed of this season, and if you guys like it, maybe next year for MLB The Show, we'll keep this speed going to start the year. If you guys like this faster pace instead of a slower pace, let me know down below in the comment section. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. It's me, your boy GM Smooth. And I love every single one of you guys to show that love and support for your boy. Keep subscribing, keep sharing out with friends and family. And I love every single one of y'all, man. Later.